So we have a couple more slides before we're done here. Within the next 5 years, we will see the $1,000 genome. At this price, it will become a standard medical test. The real power in all of this will not be in not sequencing 5 genomes or 10 genomes, but millions and millions of genomes along with medical histories. Getting a medical history when you do sequencing is very important because you know, well, this patient has diabetes or this patient has high blood pressure. And grouping genomes with medical histories together, you can say, okay, well, all these people have a certain disease. How are their genomes different than the general population, which is healthy? So getting medical histories will really make this technology much more powerful. When all this happens, the rate of genetic and medical discoveries will explode. This is going to be a part of everybody's lives. If you are 25, you may not think about how this will impact you, but everybody grows old and everybody gets sick. Genetic sequencing will be a big part of all of our lives in the future. Drug companies will also be very interested in this as new information will show lots of new targets for drugs, cancer drugs, and drugs for autoimmune neurodegenerative diseases. Drugs will be developed that will work a lot better than anything we have today. We're going to discover new proteins and new chemical pathways with this technology. All this is coming. The bioinformatics industry, which I talked about earlier, will be a big part of all of this. All this sequencing will generate mountains of data. We'll pay to have our genome sequenced, and then we will pay to have it interpreted. Our genomes will need to be interpreted several times over our lives. The sequence itself will stay the same, but our understanding of the sequence and our ability to get more information from our genetic sequence will change. The information a geneticist can give you by looking at your genome today will be much different than what they can tell you in 10 or 20 years. Aside from the genetic sequencers getting faster, there will also be a big demand for more hard drive space on computers and better software, which can handle large amounts of data and present it in a way that physicians and the lay public will find useful. The $1,000 genome will drive this technology and drive the technology industry over the next several decades. So there's also the concept of doctors and patients having subscriptions to genomes online, and then having these genomes that can be accessed, which will change as time goes on to get more useful information. And at some point, it is possible that this could be part of universal health care. So thank you so much for listening into these talks on the YouTube, and you can get more information by visiting my Facebook group, the $1,000 Genome Group, or you can also go to the NIH website, www.genome.gov/students, to learn more.